Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video it'll be for Love Island All Stars 2026 Series 3 Episode 26. I'll leave a link down below to Episode 25. Of course, it's going to be spoilers. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So, Helena asked if Tommy slept okay. Then Helena, Lucinda and Leanne were taking a photo when the girls got a text saying mimosas were going to be outside with a twist. So we have a new bombshell coming in first. Harrison. He's 23 years old now. He was on Series 12, so literally last year as well. And he had a nickname called Young Bull. Everyone used to just call him that. He was like a bombshell as well on that series. And I think he was coupled up with Tony because they had a choice to who to bring back. And Tony was like American and he lives in, I think, Miami or Florida, in Florida, I think. So, you know, Cher is, like, perfect for her because, you know, he does the football there or something. Then I think he went to Lauren after, like, Castor and Moore. They, you know, sort of hit it off. And then I don't know if he sort of had a thing with Helena. They might have tried it for a bit and then it didn't work. But, yeah, she left and then he, like, went outside with her. And then it just didn't work, really. But yeah, he, you know, likes a tan brunette, someone with green eyes, fiery as well. So maybe Belle could be the one. Like, you know, she's quite fiery. He had a chat with the boys after that, after having a chat with the girls. Belle said, you know, he's handsome, yeah, but he's just too young, like, too young for her. But then Harrison pulled Belle first to the terrace. And then the girls were like, you know, saying, oh, yeah, you know, he's got chat. Belle told Helena and Whitney of the chat as well. Belle has also said she also fancies Scott, as always done, you know. Scott, Yeaman and Jack spoke, and then Jack told the top secret info that Belle told him. Harrison then pulled Lucinda. Millie then spoke to Sean, you know, said, are you fine with this, whatever. Harrison said the same thing as well that he said to Belle and Lucinda, saying, you know, if it was your eyes alone, I'd put a ring on it. Like, he's saying the same thing to two different girls, and if they find out, that's going to be a bit, Kieran and Scott spoke, you know, basically saying, you know, Belle's feeling you. Leanne and Cher spoke, Helena and Carrington spoke, then Harrison pulled Cher from Jack, and basically they talk Spanish. And then basically she was saying something in Spanish and then very slowly, like, Harrison is very cute or very beautiful. But it was like, oh God, no. He speaks a lot of poo, basically. Then there was a text, the boys versus girls heart rate challenge. So we had, like, Yeaman was an American footballer. Kieran, I think, was dressed up as a mechanic. Then Sean was sort of this businessman. He had trouble getting his stuff off as well. Like, he struggled to get his pants off, I think. Carrington, I don't know what he was. I don't know if you'd call him like a pimp or something. He was having like this jacket or something. Jack, I don't know exactly what he was, like what he was supposed to be. Same with Harrison, but there was like some sort of straps. Zach was a cowboy. I think Tommy was a cowboy as well. And then Scott was a waiter. Harrison also, like, asked Cher for a kiss. I can't remember who else he kissed or something. I think it was Belle, yeah. Jack had some baby oil on as well. Zach threw his vest at Millie. And then Millie was saying if she was a boy, she would have, you know, been very excited, you know, there. Belle was like, do you take private bookings to Zach as well? Then Tommy, like, pulled a sock out of his, like, pants. Belle then, like, sniffed the sock. Scott, like, poured champagne or, like, Prosecco, I don't know what it was, over him. He just kissed Sammy Tan, which was respectful to Kieran. He drank some of the champagne as well and spat it in Belle's mouth. And then Scott said to Belle, let's get caught up in that hurricane. And then he said to Leanne, we're not done until I say we're done. Belle was then a bunny. Helena was a cheetah, or sort of like cheetah outfit. It wasn't really a cheetah, but just, you know, the leopard print or cheetah print. Millie was an angel. Leanne, I don't know what she was, but she was wearing red. Sammy, not sure, but it was pink. Whitney was like giving Barbie vibes, colours like purple, pink sort of thing. Lucinda was the devil, and then Cher was like, I think, giving like a cheerleader vibe. Belle was like saying Scott is so fit, saying for Leanne to go easy on Scott. Belle like whacked Sean's bottom. Helena asked Harrison like to slap her. And then Helena said to Carrington, forget what I said earlier. Millie did a like slut drop. Leanne said miss you to Scott. Kieran was covering his pants with like some stuff after like Sammy's performance. Whitney was like maybe a bit shy. That's why she didn't do any kisses really, and didn't do all like moves on everyone. Cher said missed opportunity to Scott. And then we had a new bombshell come in. Jessie, yeah, so that I believe was series 11 that she was on with like Joey, and then also that was Sean's as well. Kissed Tommy first, and then like saved Scott till last and had a kiss then. On the Love Island app, there's a poll, happy heart rate challenge day. So like 56% going to cause so much drama. 18% some outside of couple lip sync is defo going to go down. 15% can't wait to see all the outfits. And then 11% always my fave episode of the series. The young bull return. Harrison is still set on having fun and following his heart, but he's hoping to prove he's more than the drama this time round. Leanne is wasting no time. Sorry, Scott. If she says to him that she's single and we're done, that's a wrap. I don't want her saying that to a new bombshell. I am single, ready to mingle. Which girl do you think Harrison will make a beeline for? 42% are saying Belle, 6% Helena, 2% Leanne, 33% Lucinda, 1% Millie, 2% Sammy, 2% Sammy, 14% Cher, and 0% Whitney. Could Lucinda's head sway towards Young Bull? 34%, nah, she's too sweet on Sean. And then 66% said she's ready for the rodeo. Finding someone who loves your quirks. How's things going with you and Sean? He's such a lovely guy, and sometimes I'm a bit ... quirky, and I feel like I can really be myself with him. Breaking up, but ending it on, but you're still fit. Helena and Carrington. Whose heart rate performance are you most excited to see? 32% are saying Belle, 3% Carrington, 5% Kieran, 3% Harrison, 1% Helena, 1% Jack, 4% Leanne, 3% Lucinda, 3% Millie, 6% Sammy, 22% Scott, 1% Sean, 1% Cher, 2% Tommy, 2% Whitney, 3% Yeaman, and 8% Zach. The bit of toilet paper on my shoe be like, there's a video of a wardrobe malfunction during a striptease, which was Sean. Like, as I said, he struggled to get everything off, but it was funny, really. This is my Super Bowl. There's a photo or video. Boys get the girls screaming in the heart rate challenge. Which boy got your heart racing the most? 6% said Carrington, 10% Kieran, 5% Harrison, 1% Jack, 42% Scott, 1% Sean, 4% Tommy, 9% Yeaman, and then 22% Zach. Leanne is surely going to get Scott's heart going with that statement. Miss you, there's a photo of that. You're in the villa and it's heart rate challenge. What do you do? 52% are saying I'd be too shy. 16% dance my heart out. 11% kiss everyone who's not closed off. 9% snog everyone regardless of the situations, and then 12% said cause drama in every way possible. So yeah, Jessie's back. Jessie's keeping her options open and isn't afraid to step on toes. This bombshell is looking to settle down. She's only 27 as well. Yeah, so she was 25, I believe, or 25, 24, I think, when she first came in, like, you know, in 2024, in series 11 it was. And yeah, came in, Joey was coupled up with Grace, you know, they were going well, and then he sort of went for Jessie, and then I guess they didn't work on the outside. But yeah, she's from Leicester, I believe, as well. But yeah, I don't know who's she going to be going for. It should be really interesting, you know. Which girl do you think raised heart rates the most? Well, 40% are saying Belle, 1% Helena, 9% Jessie, 4% Leanne, 1% Lucinda, 16% Millie, 25% Sammy, 2% Cher, and then 2% Whitney. The girls have the guys drooling, and Bombshell Jessie has their jaws on the floor. There's a video. Girls send hearts racing with steamy moves. Will Harrison and Jessie send hearts racing. Tap for Amy, India, and George's thoughts on the heart rate challenge. And then first look, alarm bells, capitals, and the name Belle, are ringing for Leanne. First look, alarm bells are ringing for Leanne. That's just all it says. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.